represent, I'm proud to say, serve on my chamber's board of directors. And you talk about partnerships, these two gentlemen have, I don't even want to say how many years of experience in the field of education, but John Buhner is the superintendent of the South Colony School District, and Joe Corr is the superintendent of the North Colony School District. I'd like to have them both up here now.
Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to highlight some of the successes of both school districts, and also to tell you about some of our challenges and what we're working towards in the future. I'm John Buhner, again, superintendent of South Colony. Joe Corr, superintendent of North Colony Schools. A little side note before we get started here briefly. When I first moved to the district about 3 years ago, there was an article in one of the papers that said, I happen to live in South Colony. His daughter is attending Leishakill, and his son has started school at Shaker High School. So with the rivalry, you can imagine that to this day I still get questions, how's your son doing in Shaker? Well, so I try to explain that as we go. But again, Joe here in North County, terrific district, and we certainly are working hard in South County also. What I would start with is just to say that our public schools, we basically educate close to 11,000 children between North and South Colony. We take great pride in trying to make sure that we take care of all kids, regardless of ability levels. And for the most part, we're very successful at that. We have programs that range from preparing kids to go on to very competitive post-secondary degree programs, to trying to make sure we have kids with varying levels of abilities, and making sure they're prepared to be successful too after they graduate from high school and perhaps stay in our local community. So from a general perspective, our goal is, of course, to take care of all kids as they progress through our schools. Joe and I are going to kind of bounce back and forth here today, so we'll let him talk about some things.
Thank you very much, John. I think it's a significant move towards detente when you have the Blue Bison and the Garnet Raiders of Colony speaking from the same podium. But I think it's also a very powerful message for us as a town that North and South really are working more together now than we have ever done before, I believe. And that's imperative for us to do, because we really are a town, we're unique in that respect too, that throughout the region we are a town that is served by 2 school districts, but we both have a common mission. And that mission is recognizing the value of education for all our students. It is my 30th year in North Colony as a teacher and an administrator, and my 38th overall in education. And I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Some people question the wisdom of taking a job as a superintendent of a district at these times, but I welcome that challenge, and I think we have some substantial work ahead of us, but nonetheless I think John and I are up to the challenge, as well as our faculty, staff, and support staff are within the district. One of the things that I would like to stress this morning is the importance of an educated workforce. Education is a great investment. And if you just look at the unemployment statistics for individuals who have attended college versus individuals who have not attended college, college-educated people have a national unemployment rate of 4.5. We all know the statistics nationally are much more stark than that. But I think that bears to great witness to the fact that an educated workforce is important. Back in the fall, the Capital District Business Review authored an article entitled Earning Power, A Population of Educated Workers. And the theme of that article was that the Albany area residents are among the most highly educated in the Northeast. And furthermore, that this high level of education is critical to the social and well-being, social, economic, academic well-being of the capital region. The future of Peck Valley and the future of us as a region is very much dependent upon this educated workforce. And in the capital region, and in particular in the town of North Colony, we believe we give our residents and our families a great value. We have actually within this town, if you take a look at it, excellent programs that run the gamut from preschool to graduate level education, University at Albany, to undergraduate education at Siena College and the like. So we're very fortunate, and I think we are very proud to report that we are in a good state in 2011. John?
Just to add to what Joe's comments were, I know both districts have graduation rates that are above 90%. When you add in our kids with different special needs and what I would call IEP diplomas, the state has a different definition of that. We're in the 95% range. You know, the goal is always 100%. So as districts, I know both districts, we look at the race to the top information and how we should be tracking every individual kid in regard to not just their normal state assessments, but their growth patterns as they move through school, and identifying when they're having trouble, making sure we're paying attention as districts and allocating our resources appropriately to help those kids to progress through school. So a lot of new regulations and mandates you see coming out from the federal level and the state level, we've already been doing those things. And a lot of my concern as a district, and Joe I'm sure has similar concerns, certainly we'll look at what they're doing, but I don't want it to slow us down in regard to the direction we've been going for a long time. I think Joel's point in regard to the economic development of the area, we understand what our role is. We know how important our work is going to be, and we're working very closely with some of our community colleges, trying to track and prepare for what training and job opportunities there will be for our kids. We're trying to make sure that it aligns with our content and curriculum early and often for parents, so they know where these career opportunities and pathways will be for their kids. Whether that's working closely with Hudson Valley, Schenectady Community College, Albany, Siena, a number of different institutions. You know, both districts are working hard to make sure that the kids in our districts have these seamless paths from 8th grade on, where they can see different pathways and these opportunities. So